mind, body and soul, soldiering on with military fitness. Man and the QXCI machine, and hands-on health with Lomi Lomi massage. But first, let's give your energy a lift with pranic healing. Today we further our journey into energy-based healing arts with a foray into pranic healing. This hands-off healing experience will leave you feeling deeply relaxed, emotionally centered, and at the same time target some of your physical ailments. During a healing, a practitioner utilizes prana. This is one of the oldest words on the planet, meaning life force. It's derived from Sanskrit and bears a resemblance to other cultural concepts for life force, such as the Chinese qi. To gain the best out of a pranic healing, it benefits the recipient to be in a receptive state of mind. This can be enhanced by sitting with the eyes closed, the palms facing upward in a relaxed position, and by placing the tip of the tongue lightly on the hard palate of the mouth to open up the energy. Pranic healers may heal you via a crystal or with the energy straight from the chakras located in their palms. A few moments may be spent feeling and building up the energy between the palms. Everyone has these chakras and everyone can learn how to heal. A pranic healer has spent time learning how to open them up and get the energy flowing. From here, the healer may scan your body with their bare hands. They're trying to feel the nature of your etheric body. Generally, pure clear quartz crystals are used in pranic crystal healing. Each crystal is cleansed with a practitioner's intent and salt water before it's used, to clear it of any negative leftover energies. There are several things a pranic healer will concentrate on during a session. Cleansing is the first step in healing. Negative energies are extracted from the chakras or diseased organs in the body. The crystal in the practitioner's hand has a low level of consciousness and can be programmed by the will of the person wielding it to perform certain actions. After the crystal extracts the energy, the practitioner tells the crystal to dispel it and throw it away. When there is no more negative energy apparent, the healer will concentrate on energizing the chakras by sending fresh pranic energy into them. An advanced pranic healer will project different colored energies into different chakras to help regulate them. Each power center in the human body has its own colorful energy. The heart chakra appears green, for instance, and the solar plexus chakra yellow. A practitioner may project red to speed and heat things up, or blue may be used to cool imbalanced chakras. In order not to become drained of energy and contaminated with disease themselves, pranic healers are taught to continually replenish themselves with energy as they work. It's nice for the patient to send loving energy back to the healer as they are being healed. Before and after a healing, the space is decontaminated with intent in the form of prayer, meditation, and energy work. Some people have experienced miraculous results from pranic healing. It's often cited that disease makes itself apparent first in the energy body and then manifests later in the biological body. This is because the blueprint for the physical body is held by the energy body. A person suffering chronic illness may hasten their recovery by complementing their orthodox medical treatment with an energy-based one like pranic healing. It's best to go to a fully trained pranic healer who has spent time under the tutelage of the Master Choa Kok Sui, the founder of the current network of schools and workshops around the globe. If you want to learn to heal yourself and others with universal pranic energy, visit www.pranichealing.com. There is bound to be a pranic healing workshop in your area. Get into the healing spirit and go with the flow. The UK is waging war on fat. And who better to help them in the battle against the bulge than a team of ex-military commandos? What better place to meet than at the local pub? Trainees don vests which denote their level of fitness. Blue is for beginners, red is assigned to intermediate,
26.
and green denotes advanced.
Green, babe.
And there end the convivialities. The blubberbusters, who come from all over London, throw themselves headfirst into battlefield physical training once they hit the park.
Flick, 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 flick.
This is just how they do it in the army. No machines, no weights, no
On your
treadmills.
back, too slow. 5, 4.
Cardiovascular and resistance training is done with the individual's own body and will. The hardest part of the day is the actual motivation to get here, according to instructors. Once you're out of bed and at the park, the next hour of training is easy. You don't have to think. It's up to the trainers to motivate you and to put you through your paces, which they do with verve.
Holding it, keep holding it, a little bit lower, 45, that's not sitting down.
The coarsely shouted commands from the ex-British Army instructors ensure you get your butt into gear and keep it there.
3.
Created by 3 British ex-Army personnel, British military fitness aims to get people out of the gyms and into a new style of training. Instructors get about in battlefield army fatigues,
Hold it,
but class participants tend to look a little more pedestrian.
nice straight back.
Jogging, sprinting, crunches and squats will soon have these Londoners fit, taut and terrific.
Stand up. Straight, stand up, stand up.
And though it's not quite as easy as a walk in the park, the effects of regular exercise soon become apparent. The first lesson in fat fighting is absolutely free, but then it's pounds for pounds. You get to choose from a range of fitness packages. It all depends how many pounds you want to spend and burn off. One class a week will only set you back £32. Unlimited sessions will cost you a further £22. The company currently commands over 10,000 trainees in parks all across the UK, on weekdays and weekends. And judging by the recent dramatic increase in the battlefield PT devotees, the number has risen by 50% over the last 12 months, it looks like military training is the way to go if you want to kill those calories. Battlefield PT could be the way to a healthier you, combined with a healthy diet and plenty of sleep. You know the drill.
Come on, quickly.
When you wrap your laughing gear around a tasty salad sandwich or a slice of Grandma's wholesome homemade lasagna, are you in fact biting off more than you can chew? Your simple-looking healthy lunch could be host to a collection of chemical food additives. And food additives add nothing but potential health problems to your life. A loaf of white bread looks harmless enough for the kids' school lunches, but recent research in New Zealand has found that bread preservative calcium propionate contributes to ADHD in children, often leading to learning disorders and, in extreme cases, mental retardation. Irritability, restlessness and insomnia may also be part and parcel of your daily bread. Dried fruit is an excellent way to stock up on energy, vitamins and minerals throughout the day. But make sure the fruit has been dried with good old-fashioned rays of sunshine. Chemical sulfites are often used in the fruit drying process. They also rear their ugly heads in mints. Even though sulfites have been banned for use in mints in a lot of countries, some meat processors still manage to sneak them under the radar. 43% of butchers secretly tested in Australia recently still used the banned substance. This is bad news for asthmatics. Sulfites are a trigger for attacks in most. They also appear in white wine, some fruit cordials, and even pre-packaged fresh fruit salad. Steer clear of numbers 220 to 228 in the ingredients list. Asthmatics should also be wary of eating anything with yellow food colouring in it, such as soft drinks and lollies. Number 110, Sunset Yellow. Sounds like a lovely hue, but you could find your bronchioles going on strike if this additive moves into the neighborhood. Of course, blue and yellow make green, so avoid this color as well. Soft drinks and cordials are also home to sulfur dioxide, a preservative that destroys vitamin B1 and folic acid in the body. Folic acid found in green leafy vegetables is essential for iron absorption and the healthy reproduction of DNA. If you think you're being healthy by opting for artificial sweeteners over cane sugar, think again. Aspartame can lead to anxiety, depression, fatigue, and dizziness. The US government will not let their jet fighter pilots anywhere near this chemical. Aren't you just as important? Japan has had the good sense to ban the use of preservative number 320, BHA. It's an antioxidant that gives vegetable oils found in margarines, butter blends and biscuits a longer shelf life. But is it making your life hell? This preservative is responsible for depression, eczema and inattention, and is linked with stomach cancer in lab rats. Food colorings, artificial flavorings and preservatives are present in just about everything you can buy at the supermarket. But public action is effective in forcing changes. Due to public pressure, major bakeries are now using flour without propionic acid. Check out the internet for comprehensive lists of additive names, numbers and associated effects. Quantum Zeroid Consciousness Interface. Sounds like a time machine Doctor Who would feel at home in, but this small, unassuming gadget is apparently capable of great things. Patrick has come along for a treatment today at Carol J. Tom's Natural Healing Centre. This will be his first ever QXCI experience, and he doesn't quite know what to expect. Carol asks Patrick to fill in a questionnaire regarding his general health and diet, then ushers him into the treatment room where the process begins. The QXCI measures frequencies from the energy body. Straps attached to cables are placed around Patrick's ankles, wrists and head. Electromagnetic signals will be sent to Patrick's body via these.
And you're not allowed to move.
Once Patrick is strapped in, the QXCI system scans his body like a computer program scanning for viruses. It can pick up deficiencies, weaknesses, abnormalities and food sensitivities. The machine collects 65 million bits of data on everything from vitamin levels, amino acids, nutrients levels, enzymes, natural sugars, toxins, muscle tone, hormone levels, and the list goes on. Carol informs Patrick that his resistance to infection is slightly down, and also that he has spinal dysfunction and soft tissue damage to his ankle, which indeed Patrick verifies. He has too much sugar in his diet and must start drinking filtered water. She also detects some emotional problems that Patrick is going through. But the QXCI apparently does more than just pinpoint possible health shortcomings. It can heal as well. The machine, after reading the body's frequencies, offers its own frequencies back to the body to redress or negate any negative wave patterns. Patrick sits still and closes his eyes as the machine heals his back. Carol also uses the QXCI to rebalance Patrick's chakras. She says most physical ailments are created by emotional imbalances. The machine gives Patrick an aura reading also. The dominant colours around Patrick are green and lavender, both very healing and spiritual colours. A treatment with the QXCI takes about 2 hours. It's a rather controversial treatment designed by ex-NASA scientist Professor Bill Nelson. The machine is best operated and interpreted by a well-trained health practitioner such as Carol, who can double-check potential problems with her own extensive knowledge and diagnostic skills. Quantum physics and mathematics meets energy healing and complementary medicine. The QXCI is a truly unique invention, way ahead of its time, if indeed it does all it's purported to do. No harm in trying. Even babies and pets can strap in and go for a ride. Aloha! Cassandra has decided to treat herself to a massage today to relax and de-stress. She's putting herself in the hands of Hawaiian Lomi Lomi masseuse Graham Hunter. Graham is a master of this ancient Polynesian form of healing, and Cassandra has much more to gain from this session than just a bit of downtime. Lomi Lomi means massage in the Hawaiian language, and is traditionally performed by the master healers of Hawaiian culture called hunas. Sometimes this massage is called loving hands massage. That's because, according to Huna philosophy, everything in the universe seeks love and harmony. So this is what the healer tries to impart to the recipient in a Lomi Lomi session. Notice the slow, flowing way Graham's hands massage the copious amounts of oil into all parts of Cassandra's body. So many massage therapists forget about the hands and feet, but Graham pays particular attention to these areas. After all, we use these parts of our bodies too much every day. Graham uses his forearms to create a more intense pressure on Cassandra's muscles. He really gets right in there and kneads out all the tension. But Graham is not just working on the physical body. Hawaiians believe that old ideas and experiences are stored in the cells of the body and can block the flow of energy. Graham is moving this life force around with the long, flowing, rhythmic strokes of his healing hands. Hawaiians believe that a person is comprised of physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual aspects, and when healing occurs on one level, it filters through to all of the others. Some Lomi Lomi practitioners hum at certain points throughout the massage, as this amplifies the vibrational energy and helps it bust through blockages. Graham plays traditional Hawaiian music in the background to set the mood and aid the healing. Some people may find Lomi Lomi a little confronting. Traditionally, the recipient is naked, aside from a sheet placed appropriately over the private areas. The masseuse needs to access the whole body at once. Different parts of the body are massaged at the same time in Lomi Lomi. The calf may be done at the same time as the hip. This is to help the mind relax. It has trouble concentrating on two things at once and so switches off. For this reason, practitioners often pair up to give massages. It's even harder for the brain to concentrate on 4 hands at once. Cassandra lies directly on the massage table in her Lomi Lomi. Graham needs to be able to maneuver his hands under her body as well, and this provides easier access. The tension in Cassandra's face and head is kneaded out with expertise by Graham's fingertips. Long, fluid movements in massage are excellent for clearing out any blockages in the body's waste system, the lymphatic system. And of course, circulation is greatly improved by this hands-on experience. So if you can't afford the airfare to Hawaii, but are in the mood for relaxation, rejuvenation, and healing, let the gentle waves of a Lomi Lomi massage wash over you. It's hard to believe this was once an unsightly, disused quarry. Now it's home to more than 100,000 plants as scientists get underway with the Eden Project. Occupying a site the size of 35 football pitches, it's the largest greenhouse in the world. Pruning trees is not an easy venture at Eden's humid tropics biome. Brave horticulturalists use helium balloons to reach the canopies of this luscious man-made rainforest, the largest captive rainforest ever grown. The balloon is dubbed a canopy bubble and allows them to float 60 metres into the air to trim back the greenery. This is all part of the Eden Project, a nature and education park in England. The $207 million project was the brainchild of Tim Smith. 2 glass houses built over 37 acres simulate different climatic zones from around the world. The biomes are an attempt at simulating the wildness of nature. This is no neat traditional botanic gardens collection. 2 fully functioning ecosystems with plants from the Amazon, Africa, the Mediterranean and the Oceanic Isles are encapsulated in the biomes. Temperatures are 35 degrees Celsius on average, helping the plants bloom a staggering 4.5 metres per year. And what would a rainforest be without waterfalls? These, along with misters, help keep the plants moist. A giant central heating system controls the humidity and temperature. If the biome gets a little too hot, even by rainforest standards, computer-controlled windows automatically open. But amid all the green technology, experts are sure not to lose sight of the real aim of the project. It's to reconnect people to the world they live in. Rainforests, essentially the lungs of the planet, currently exist outside of the glassed-in confines of man-made biomes. But for how long? If surfing itself is a way to get back in contact with the raw power of nature, then the tools of the sport leave a lot to be desired. Most surfboards are made of a toxic concoction of petrochemicals and fiberglass. Now there is a green alternative. Made of wood, hemp and plant-based resin, these new eco-boards are about to take the surfing set by storm. When a balsa tree had to be felled in the human tropics biome, Pat suggested it be made into a surfboard. Modern boards are increasingly aping the materials of their ancestors. Kahunas didn't surf on synthetics. At the end of the day, when all of the surfing is said and done, this little number is so natural, it can be chopped up for garden mulch or munched in with the garden compost. Join us again on Mind, Body and Soul as we discover more paths to health and happiness. But for now, Dominique gives us some food for thought.
The word courage will elicit lots of different responses, different images in our minds. Strength, integrity, but really courage in terms of spiritual development, in terms of personal evolution, implies not just strength, but also the ability to be comfortable with vulnerability, to be comfortable with weakness. The courage to really sit with ourselves and to embrace all of the different aspects of ourselves, the strong aspect, the weak aspect. It takes a lot of bravery, a lot of courage to be still with ourselves and to allow whatever thoughts, whatever feelings to arise within us without having to manipulate that, without having to be strong, to have that shiny veneer all the time. And there is a lot of strength within that, because once we accept our weaknesses, once we accept our shadow side and embrace all of the different aspects of our personality, there is a resilience that arises from that.